Mr. President, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to begin by thanking all our distinguished colleagues for putting a temporary end to their recess, and some of them having to travel back home to attend this emergency sitting of the Senate. Mr. President, while we are reconvened for specific purpose having to do with matters of urgent public importance, let me also inform very sadly that we lost one of our colleagues, most distinguished Senator Ifeanyi Uba, 4 days ago. Following our tradition, as soon as we hear from the family, because there's a process of informing the Senate, and the only reason I'm standing up to say what I'm saying now is that I cannot pretend not to be aware of this development, just like the rest of our colleagues will not pretend. But it's not about us alone. It's also about the House of Representatives. It's a National Assembly tradition. So once we get the formal notification from the family, we will, consistent with our customs and convention, still devote a legislative day to mourn the departed colleague. But in the meantime, I want to say that the emergency session that we're holding today will actually commence with an executive session. And in that wise, may I, Mr. President, most respectfully move that the Senate goes into a closed-door session to enable us hold some preliminary discussions and then reconvene in plenary for follow-up. I so move, Mr. President.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I support the motion as moved by the Senate Majority Leader. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, a motion has been moved and seconded that we go into executive session. But just before I put the question, I'd like to say that I had the unfortunate luck of speaking with the wife of Senator Ifeanyi Uba, who is in London, and she broke the news to me. So it was hard to take. But when the formal correspondence comes in, when we formally resume, not in an emergency session, because our colleagues in the House of speaking with the wife is more than enough notification for me. Kindly do him that honor of observing a minute silence to mark this bad news. May the soul of our very vibrant and young departed colleague, distinguished Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, rest in perfect peace.